I'm not affiliated with IronMaster in any way. I don't have any sponsors. So this is my honest review and experience, and I don't want any money from you. I don't have any affiliate links. So, you know, this is just, I'm just putting this out here to try to be helpful. So, there you go. Just today, I received my IronMaster Olympic rubber grip plate set that I ordered. They're the only Olympic plates that IronMaster sells right now. I was looking for something that was rubber coated to replace my current set. I'm upgrading from these iron weight plates. I looked into urethane, but the urethane ones are significantly more expensive. As far as rubber coated weight plates that aren't urethane from a reputable brand, these were a pretty good deal. Once I ordered them, they did take a couple of weeks to ship. Also ordered during the end of year sales, and so that probably had an impact on their fulfillment time. Definitely had an impact on shipping time. Shipped FedEx, and you can expect delays really from any of the major carriers between Thanksgiving and Christmas. But they made it here, or the only one of the boxes that really looks like it, even bust open, was this one that has it's got the change plates in there. I'm assuming. I don't know which ones yet. I'll open it up, hopefully count them all up and make sure that they're all in there. But the rest of them are still intact, which is impressive because weights bust out of packages all the time. Cardboard just is not designed to hold weights. It's amazing that these have made it here in the condition that they are in, and that means that IronMaster is packing them very well. So I'm gonna open up a couple of them. It's a box within a box. So they're each in an individual baggie. And there's our 2.5. There is a little blemish right there on the first one I've opened here. One thing I've heard people complain about with rubber weight plates is the smell. There is a smell. I don't think it's that horrible. Like, there's definitely some residue on this one. That's what people are talking about with the oil, I think. Yeah, there's definitely like a layer of oil on this. Hold on. We'll get and we'll see if we can wipe that down a little bit before we touch anything. Yeah, we can see all that coming off of there. I don't know if I gave you a good shot of the 10, but there you go. And a 45. It's a nice handle. There. There is the 45. Particularly on that 45 I just busted open. I really like these handles. So there they are. I think they look pretty good. I'm gonna open up the rest of the 45s. On the outside here, there's a big chunk missing. Customer service got back to me after a couple of days on the plates that arrived with defects, and they're going to take care of me. I don't think I'm gonna have to pay to ship the plates back. I'm still not sure whether or not they're gonna make me ship the plates back at all, but they are going to make sure I get some nice, pretty new ones to replace these ones that showed up with defects. But it might take a while because they're out of inventory right now. After handling these things a little bit, my hands are like, oily. So, one detail that I was happy about when I was ordering these is I ordered their 275-pound set. I liked that set because it did not include 35s. If you have 25s and a 10, then you don't need the 35s. So 35s are a waste of money for most home gym users. They have their place in commercial settings because it makes it so that commercial gyms don't have to buy quite so many 25s and 10s. But if you're working out at home and you need a set of those plates anyways, then you don't need the 35. And then it also includes 2 pairs of 5s, which you need the second pair of 5s to get 20 pounds on each side of the bar. If you use a 10 and 2 5s, then you can load up 20 pounds, which otherwise you wouldn't be able to do using just 1 pair each of the standard sized change plates. There's some other manufacturers that don't offer packages for their weight sets that have those 2 features, so that was something that I liked. A good detail. Bravo to IronMaster there for having that option. Once you have all of the change plates you need from the set, that's the perfect combination of change plates. You can just order as many additional 45s as you want to get up to your desired max weight. The reason I went iron rubber coated rather than bumpers is that these are thinner. They're about the same width as a standard iron weight plate. So if you look, I do have 1 pair of 45-pound bumpers, and they are much thicker, about twice as thick as the iron with the rubber coat. So these, you get all the benefits of the rubber coating without having to go quite so chunky. And that makes it, because these aren't rubber all the way through, you can't drop them like you would bumpers. But if you aren't doing Olympic style lifting or CrossFit style workouts where you're dropping the bar from overhead all the time, I don't do any of that kind of lifting, then it doesn't really matter whether or not you have bumpers. So these plates, I can still fit 4 of them on my short sleeves of my 5-foot bar, which is critical for me in my really tight width home gym space here. Quick comparison, even just putting them on the bar. This is the iron weight plate. Pretty loud. That actually is from these. Silent. It's like a percussion instrument. In the center here is where your iron plates are going to start rusting the fastest. See all that rust residue on there. I'm gonna have to wipe it off now. But yeah, I'm hoping that with the stainless steel inserts that those will not do that to my barbells. mean, yeah, they're a lot quieter. It night and day. They're so much quieter. If you're worried about noise, moving to a rubber coated plate, that's an excellent reason to move to a rubber coated plate. There's all my iron plates stacked up, getting ready for me to take them outside. I've already got them listed, try to sell them on Marketplace, and in their place on the horns are the new IronMasters, with the exception of the few that I have set aside to complain about. But yeah, initial impressions. I think I'm going to enjoy them. Really, we'll see how they hold up long term. That was a big reason why I bought them, was I wanted something that wasn't going to rust and was going to be more durable. And so having a few of them show up with not a great finish on them is a little bit concerning, but I am happy with how much quieter they are, and I can't really complain about the cost. They definitely are competitive when it comes to cost. I've got a stainless steel insert, something that they advertise. Most of the other manufacturers don't say what the material is, so theoretically those are going to be pretty durable, or going to be pretty corrosion resistant, and me and these grab handles are going to get along just fine. These rubber coatings are just not going to get as cold as the iron plates. I'm reminded as I'm lugging these things over to the garage just how freaking cold they are. My hands are so dang cold. Yeah, I the final piece of the puzzle is, how well are these going to hold up to use in my harsh environment of my home gym shed that doesn't have heating or cooling. Only time will tell. Stay tuned for an update after 6 months, a year or so. We'll see if I ever get around to making one. But that's all for now. I'm excited to use these.